Hollywood is on strike, or at least its writers are. The Writers Guild of America, which represents more than 11,000 film, television, news, radio, and online writers, went on strike in early May over what it sees as increasingly unfair pay and production practices. And for those on the picket line, it's clear who's to blame.
Streamers like Netflix.
Streaming has completely changed the media landscape, and now there are fewer distribution outlets, and they're controlled by fewer people.
But while hit television shows like US late-night talk shows and Saturday Night Live are going dark,
that writers might have to do something totally against their nature, go outside.
there's one part of the entertainment industry that may prove surprisingly resilient to the writers' strike. It's not that streamers like Netflix aren't reliant on skilled Hollywood writers. Popular shows like Stranger Things, Big Mouth, and Cobra Kai are now on hold. But these global streaming giants also hold the means to source hit content completely separate from the Hollywood system. Will Korean dramas save streaming during the writers' strike? In early 2023, Netflix announced a $2.5 billion investment in the South Korean entertainment industry, a figure that is more than double what it spent since opening an office in Seoul in 2016. It's also set to release 34 Korean titles in 2023, the largest slate of Korean language titles to date.
Netflix has really elevated the genre to a whole different level. I mean, just the amount of money that's going into these shows, they were good before. Now they're like, from a production quality standpoint, they're on par with the best of what Hollywood has to offer.
Song Bak knows a thing or two about Korean dramas. In 2009, Bak co-founded Drama Fever, the first streaming service focused on Korean content in the US. At its height, Drama Fever brought tens of thousands of episodes of Korean, Japanese, and Chinese dramas to some 8 million viewers worldwide. The service was acquired by SoftBank in 2014 for around $100 million.
At least in the US, there was no industry. I mean, Korean dramas was not widely understood. It was still a bit of an underground type of a category where just a lot of passionate fans. People didn't believe us in the early days, but ultimately, it just became so obvious that people finally believed us. But from the very get-go, it was 80% non-Asian.
In 2022, more than 60% of Netflix subscribers were watching Korean language content. Breakout hits like Squid Game helped boost the popularity of Korean series, but it wasn't the only show to climb to the top of Netflix's most watched list.
그거는 이렇게까지라고 하는 게 얼마냐 달린 것 같아요. 가령 오징어 게임 같은 경우가 잘 될 거라고 생각했지만 이렇게까지 잘 될 거라는 상상은 못했죠. 전 세계에서 이런 마치 예전에 가수 싸이의 강남스타일이라는 노래가 상상할 수 없을 정도의 파급력을 행사하던 어떤 그런 느낌. 전 세계에서 플래시몹 비슷하게 오징어 게임을 흉내내고 이런 것들까지는 상상을 못했죠. 작품이 워낙 재밌고 잘 만들어졌다라는 건 알고 있었어도. 그러니까 그 정도의 어떤 차이에 대한 거, 그러니까 예상할 수 있는 범위를 넘어선 부분이 있지, 잘 못 만들었는데 반향이 빵빵 터졌다? 이런 거는 사실 있을 수가 없죠.
It's not just dramas either. Recent surprise hits like Physical 100 show that there's an appetite for Korean language competition shows as well.
If I were to speculate, I think the success of the Korean content has probably certainly kind of had a bit of a temple effect on overall, Asian media industry, where Western audiences in particular have been now conditioned to expect just good things coming out of Asia.
Netflix increased its spending on original content in the wider Asia-Pacific region by 15% in 2023. It's mainly due to the fact that the domestic markets in countries like Japan, India, and Indonesia are important to Netflix's future success. Still, global audiences have a strong appetite for films from India and Indonesia, as well as Japanese series and animation. During the pandemic, global demand for anime grew 118% between 2019 to 2021, according to the consultancy firm Parrot Analytics. Anime has proven a draw for Netflix in both Japan, where almost 90% of its users watch it, and worldwide, where more than half of Netflix viewers streamed popular series such as Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. Netflix recently entered into a partnership with Nippon TV that brought viewers surefire hits like Berserk, as well as surprises like Old Enough, a show about toddlers running errands on their own. The popularity of anime has also seen Disney Plus and Amazon Prime fighting for exclusive rights to anime series. With a $28.6 billion market value in 2022, the global anime market is expected to double in value by 2030. With all this money pouring into Asia, and the US industry on hold for the foreseeable future, there's a strong chance that 2023's top shows will feature more Asian content than ever before.
It's unfortunate what's happening. It's just a reaction to the reality of the ecosystem. It's just getting harder to kind of make money from a writer standpoint. When you kind of think about it, if shows get kind of delayed, it just creates more opportunities for alternative content to grab mindshare.
미미하지만 기회가 될 수는 있을 거라고 봅니다. 이제 미국 작가조합의 파업이 얼마나 갈 거냐에 따라서 어차피 영상 콘텐츠는 계속 만들어져야 되는 거기 때문에 그 파업이 길어졌을 때 해외 프로젝트로 눈을 돌리는 이 자산은 있게 마련이겠죠. 그렇기 때문에 이 미국의 작가 파업으로 인해서 아시아 콘텐츠를 만드는 데에 부정적 영향을 가질 확률은 많지는 않고요. 왜냐하면 연결되지 않으니까. 대신에 미국에 있는 스튜디오 입장에서 이 작가 파업이 길어지게 됐을 경우에 콘텐츠 수급을 해외로 눈을 돌릴 여지는 있겠죠. 그 여지가 생기는 만큼을 일정 정도 기회라고 볼 수가 있는 거기 때문에 굳이 얘기한다면 이걸 이용하고 싶은 생각은 없으나 굳이 단순하게 기회 창출적 측면에서만 말씀드리자면 여지는 있다라고 봅니다.